A glazer is defined as someone who has had the meat of a certain character in their mouth for so long that even after 5 minutes of brushing with the roughest toothbrush and the most thin cleaning of toothpaste, they still won't be able to remove the taste of the character's meat out of their mouth. This is common for a lot of characters, with some of the most famous ones being Batman, Goku, and to a lesser extent, Aizen. If I see one more that was all part of his plan meme, I'ma enter the Soul Society myself and put him back in that damn chair. Dinosaurs have their own set of glazers in both movies and in real life. For example, the Rex fans. Yeah, it's the strongest theropod, but calm down there, Michael, hatchery still solos. When it comes to the movie universe, the Jurassic franchise has the most amount of glazers, and hey, I'm one of them for a certain dinosaur, I don't care. But at least mine's justified to some degree. No it isn't, I'm just coping because I'm one of the people. But before I start the video, I just want to let you guys know the most nefarious charge I might receive. Strap in folks, it's extra story time. I flew to Florida because I didn't feel like driving from state to state and decided to rent a car. Now it's common knowledge that the Sunshine State has tolls, which is no problem, but the rental company charges $25 for every toll you go through, which is pure lunacy. So like any smart person, I bought an e-pass and set that stuff up. You know, putting all the credentials and necessary information, and my account was made. Now 8 days later, your boy notices that no charge has been made, and when I call the company, it says that the account can't be found. Now, I don't give a damn about the account really, I just wanted to know if any charge is made, to which they said no. So, that means that for all the tolls I went through, I have to pay $25 for each one. Now I have to brace myself for that credit card invoice that could say anywhere between $125 to $300 in toll fees. So yeah, your boy destroyed the e-pass and cried in the shower for 30 minutes. Just goes to show, kids, always bring your car, or probably Uber. You know what, just stay in your houses. While I heavily regret buying the e-pass or even renting the damn car, one thing you folks won't regret is joining the Discord server in the description. We got art competitions, hybrid creations, and other events you guys can join. And if you just want to chat with me or anyone else with anything that has big teeth, then you're gonna love it here. We're on our way to 2,000 members, so it's getting up there. Anyway, I think I've burdened you guys long enough with this story, so let's get right into the video. I'm gonna start off with the most glazed dinosaur in this franchise so far. I swear, you big one people ride this dinosaur more than a cowboy rides a horse. All of you automatically assume this thing is the most powerful raptor because it's called the big one. Some of you have gone so far as to say that this thing is on equal footing with the Indoraptor. What? Statements like this is how you know you don't really understand the franchise and just spew nonsense for the hype. The big one is not stronger or bigger than any of our packmates. Muldoon literally says this. He said the reason he calls her the big one is because of just how aggressive she is compared to the other raptors, which led her to kill all of her packmates and leave just 3 alive. Now I get it, she's an icon, there's no doubt in my mind. Hell, she always stood on business no matter who she's up against. She fought a young Rexy without no fear. And again, while killing fellow bioengineered raptors is impressive, for you to say that she can stand on equal grounds with the Indoraptor is a stroke-inducing sentence. There are other raptors who would make her fight for her life and possibly even could kill her. For example, things like my glorious Quilliam and Red could make her fight for her life. As for Blue, come on now, how's the big one beat Blue? In this video when I talked about the different raptors and their abilities, you know what was the only counter argument one of the meat riders could give me? The blue glaze is unreal, nothing else, no debating or consideration for the feats I've told you for both. Look, I get it, it looks like plot armor, but unlike another dinosaur on this list, she actually doesn't need backup and has shown insane feats of power on her own. Let's take a look at the big one's feats. Killed more than 5 other raptors and briefly scrapped with the T-Rex. Now let's take a look at Blue. Took a hit from the Indominus Rex so hard that it broke the concrete wall, proceeded to pierce the hide of a hybrid that doesn't even react to rifle rounds, scraped with the Indoraptor for a while and even put him on the floor for a brief instant. Not saying she'd win because his death was just circumstantial and in the 1v1 he'd maul her in a fight. However, she went bar for bar with the Scorpius Rex. She was actually trading blows with something more than 6 times her weight. This thing was ramming her into walls and slamming her onto the floor, and Blue just got up and continued to assault. Her agility was up there too. She was just dodging and weaving. There's some more stuff she does like getting out of explosions and having heavy objects fall on her, but even if you want to look over all of that for some reason, Blue is still 50 pounds heavier. The new gen raptors in Jurassic World are the heaviest and most robust in the franchise, which includes Blue and her sisters. Which raptor looks bigger? This one right here, or this specimen? I'm not saying Blue would just dog walk the big one because she'd still get hurt, but even if they still are somehow similar in strength, Blue is just that much more durable, so she'd take less damage. To be honest, the big one, Quilliam, Blue, raptors like those would give each other one hell of a fight. The only one that wouldn't stand a chance against them is this bastard in Rebirth. So I'm not trying to put the big one down, but she's not as strong as her fans think. I mean saying that she's on par with the Indoraptor. Ridiculous. This brings us to the next dinosaur on the list, Rexy. Someone got mad because I called her Rexy in a previous video, like, my brother, go outside and touch some grass. Everyone knows her actual name is Roberta, but Most call her Rexy, so calm down there, keyboard warrior. Rexy is an interesting case. People try to give her feats that she hasn't even shown. For example, there are folks that compare her form in other iterations, like the one where she destroys tanks and throws a car into a tree. Now both you and I know damn well that those versions of Rexy are not the same one in the movies. Not only she's smaller than those versions in the movie, but she just looks so much different as well. Like some of the other Rexes, she isn't weak, it's just that her opponents are that much stronger. I mean, after Jurassic Park 3, the directors gave these dinosaurs the middle finger ever since. It took 3 more movies for them to give the T-Rexes some sort of redemption arc with Ember. But with that said, whether you like it or not, Rexy doesn't handle other theropods her size or larger that well. There's a lot of excuses you people pull, like with the Zeb fight. It was bro, she's too old, and with the Indominus it was she was winning at first. Doesn't matter, she's not that weakened in Dominion, and I'm sure Zeb is similar in age. And it doesn't matter that she was briefly overpowering the Indominus during the first few seconds, she still got put down soon after without much effort. It's so bad that her fans try to bring Acid 87 into this. Bruh, saying that well, if it was the Spinosaurus she'd win. Are you people that desperate? You know damn well in a head-on fight with the Spinosaurus and Camp Cretaceous, he'd win the fight. Don't try to pull that bullcrap, because if we compare the feats of each of them, it's clear who wins that category. Not saying she gets one shot, but she still loses at high difficulty at least. If everyone says that Blue has plot armor, then what the hell does Roberta have? Every single fight with something her size required backup. With the Indominus it was Blue, and with the Giganotosaurus she somehow rose after being half dead and got help from a Cerasinosaurus she probably never even met. You're trying to tell me that with some unseen signal, she let the Cerasinosaur know when to raise its arm up to pierce Zeb? That blind pointy chicken could not have received a visual signal, that's for sure. Honestly, just did my boy Zeb dirty. That was a very unjustified killing method, but you know what, I won't even get mad because without Rexy, there is no franchise or legacy. She's the face of the entire thing. However, even my favorite animal unfortunately falls under the glazing category. We had a good thing going. He even suddenly has memes of him everywhere in the background, but you crusty sock bastards had to ruin it. You blew it up. Ordinarily I'd say it's just cool, but some of the reasons people hate an Acid 87 is low-key justified. Yes, he's an extremely powerful animal, and a Rex Slayer, but come on now bro, saying he beats the D-Rex? As much as I love him, that's a no. The size difference is pretty significant, and like the big one, there are some people who overhype him way too much. Because what do you mean you think that if he caught the Mosasaurus by surprise, then he'd have a chance of seriously damaging it?
You stupid n***!
Are you dumb? I won't even spend time on this. If I have to explain why the Spinosaurus vs Mosasaurus is a terrible matchup, then the world's probably coming to an end. Then there are cases outside of the franchise that led to him getting some more hate. In real life, the Spinosaurus is not nearly as powerful as Acid 87 and will get put down by most theropods in this size class. However, in retaliations, many people bring up stuff like, well, the Jurassic Park 3 Spinosaurus can beat a real T-Rex. Bro, just take the L. If you have to bring in a fictional, bioengineered killing machine to fight a natural animal, you've already lost the argument. Either give some points that somehow suggest that Egypticus could beat a real T-Rex even though they are almost none, or just accept your loss and enjoy the animal for what it is like the rest of us. Another thing is just how of a pedestal he's put on. Look, I love the guy, my favorite thing in the franchise, but he's not this unkillable thing from Greek mythology. If he fights things like the Indominus, Zeb, and hell, even Rexy, he's gonna receive a decent amount of damage, with Zeb and the Indominus having a good chance of actually killing him. As a matter of fact, in a full-on fight, the Indominus Rex would likely win most of the time with high difficulty, and with Zeb, it could honestly go either way. I also get that a lot of people hate him because he was the first T-Rex killer, which will always be funny because the butthurt Rex fans can't get over a fight that's more than 2 decades old, and they try to pull statements from their underwear to try and prove that he's not as strong. A common one is that the bull T-Rex wasn't fully grown, when it was confirmed that he literally was, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Even if you say that T-Rex wasn't fully grown, neither was the Spinosaurus. He was a little over 8 tons in Jurassic Park 3, and in Camp Cretaceous he pushed 10, so you lose either way. But as I said, I understand how annoying it can get for people to just constantly bring up Acid 87 in situations that just don't call for it. So on behalf of all the sane 87 fans, I do apologize. Anyway, that's pretty much it for this one, folks. There are a few other dinosaurs with some crazy fans, but these 3 definitely have the most. But this video wasn't meant to be taken serious, it was just for fun. And if you are offended, all I can say is go take a shower. So that's all for now, folks. If there are any dinosaurs even outside of the franchise with an annoying fanbase, let me know in the comments. With all that, don't forget to like and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next upload.